friends, Merry Christmas. I hope you are having a fantastic Christmas. You know, one of my favorite things about Christmas is all the smells in our house. I mean, I love it. Like the smell of greenery when I come through our front door and smell our wreath. I love that. Or when I sit next to my Christmas tree, that's one of my favorite smells. Another one of my favorite smells at Christmas time, well, actually all year round, are cookies. Oh man, when cookies are baking, oh my word, the scent of butter, sugar, vanilla, almond, wonderful stuff. How about you? Do you have a favorite scent? Oh, I just thought of another one. What about candy canes? Candy canes. Yeah, when someone is chewing a candy cane or a peppermint stick, I automatically think of Christmas. Or have you ever picked up on a smell that you couldn't tell where it was coming from? You used your super sniffer to kind of find out what it was? Well, we had something like that happen in our house after Thanksgiving. When I thawed out our turkey, some turkey juice dripped into our refrigerator. And about a week later, we kept smelling a horrible odor coming from our refrigerator, but we couldn't find it. Well, the turkey juice was invisible. And y'all, it smelled like something died in our refrigerator. It was terrible. We couldn't see what it was, but we knew something was there because our nose told us to. Well, I kind of got interested in all this stuff about scent, so I looked up some weird and wonderful facts about our sense of smell. Our creator, oh man, he didn't leave out a thing when he created us. Here's the first weird and kind of wonderful fact. First, did you know it's possible to smell feelings? Our sense of smell is so developed that we can smell fear, disgust, and happiness on other people. This 2012 study found that people let off like invisible smell signals when they're experiencing certain emotions. I thought that was pretty cool. Now, second thing I found out, that smell is our most memorable sense. Out of all of our senses, sight, sound, taste, touch, we remember smells for much longer. People can remember smells with a 65% accuracy after 1 year, while visual recall, that's only 50-50 after 6 months. I thought that was crazy. Oh, here's this one. Listen to this fact. Humans can detect at least 1 trillion smells. It's thought actually that number might even be higher thanks to the 10 million smell receptors we have in our noses. Isn't that amazing? Right? I love learning about how God created us and especially our sense of smell. In fact, I think our sense of smell can help us understand a very important biblical question. Here it is. Have you ever wondered out loud or even to yourself, how can I know God is here when I can't see him? It's so hard for us to understand that God is everywhere all the time, especially when we can't see him. That's a tough one, right? I mean, all through the nativity story we hear in Isaiah and in Matthew, they tell us that Jesus is Emmanuel, which means God is with us. When Jesus was born, God came down. Now, this can be tricky. If we could see God like I can see my Christmas stockings, it sure would clear up a lot of questions we have, right? But unfortunately, like that, my Christmas stocking, it's not how God shows up in our world. He shows up in different ways. So here's what we know. The Bible tells us that God is with us all the time, even though we can't see him. So how do we know? Well, first, God's word tells us that in the Bible. And I have one more way that kind of helps me understand the idea of God being with us all the time that Isaiah and Matthew are talking about when they say Emmanuel means God is with us. Think about God's presence and our sense of smell. I don't have to be looking or touching my cookies to know that cookies are in my house. I don't have to be in the same room as my Christmas tree to know that there's a tree in my house. And remember that awful smell in our fridge from the turkey juice? I couldn't see it, but I knew it was there. God is with us too, just as strong as that turkey juice and just as sweet as cookies and as comforting as evergreens. God is with us. So here's your challenge this week. Take some time out this week and be a super sniffer. See what you can track down by just using your wonderful and weird sense of smell. Then remember that because of Jesus, are Emmanuel. God is with you. What's that smell? Guys, I think it's popcorn. That means it's time for a Christmas movie. I'll see you guys super soon with your super sniffers.